Sup guys, how's it going? Welcome to another Gamer Tech review. My name is Shu, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Speedlink Jugger 2.1 speaker system. Here it is, so without any further ado, let's just take a look at the packaging. On the front of the packaging we can see quite a large picture of the speaker system here. We also have the name of the speaker system, so the Jugger 2.1 subwoofer system. It does say it's TV, PC, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 compatible, and it also goes into saying about more detailed information about the speakers itself. So dominant bass with 70 watt peak power, you have bass and volume control, you have remote control, audio input, and also headset ports on the remote control. On this side it does say it has extreme bass and goes into details about how the subwoofer produces this for you. On the back of the unit it has much the same information that's on the rest of the box, just in a variety of different languages, and you also have close-ups of all the connectors and also all the detailed power information. The final side goes into detail about the remote desktop control. Now the package is out of the way, let's just whip it out of the box and have a closer look at the speaker system itself. Here is the subwoofer for the Jugger 2.1 system, and we will look at the satellite speakers that come with it as well just in a moment, but I want to kind of get this out of the way first. So this is the top, as you can see, it's just like a plain kind of top section here. Here is your port for where your air escapes from the subwoofer, so it's nice and clean. You have got a nice grommet on there as well, and it's quite handy. It's quite a firm, you can't really, you can pick it up from there as well if you want to. It's quite a nice strong firm fitting in there. This is your subwoofer itself. Now the speaker does look quite small. I think it's roughly about 3.5 inches in diameter. However, I was very surprised at how this performed. It was fantastic. Like the bass tones on it, it was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This is the control side here for you. So this is where we've got all of our switches and all our extra buttons and things. So we've got our on-off button here, we have our bass controller knob, we have our volume control, and then we've got where we plug everything into it as well. So that is quite interesting. Quite interesting. That is some cracking terminology there. One of the extra cables you get in the box is this cable here, and what this allows you to do is for your audio input, you can whack that cable out, plug it into there, and plug it into there, and do the same with that one here. And it means you can plug in an extra source, like you can plug your mobile phone into it, an MP3 player, something like that, so you can play two audio sources through this at the same time if you want to, which is quite a handy little extra thing, I thought. And a nice little design idea, because often if I'm playing a game, especially if I'm playing a console game and I want to have my own music playing as well, there's not a lot of speaker sets that let you do that. With PC it's not really an issue because you can bring up a media player and play your music. However, when you play with console, if you want to use something else, then you have got that accessible. You can use this on PC as well if you want to, but generally you've got more of a music supply on your PC which you can play at the same time as games. But you can do it with this cable as well, which is very handy. There is another side on here along with the bottom, which I'm showing you now, but it's just this plain side. This is the bottom here, and you have got 4 foam feet, so it will stand up away from the floor, and these do absorb the vibration that the subwoofer produces, so you don't have to worry about rattling or anything like that, which can sometimes be an issue with this type of speakers, because they do put out quite a lot of vibrations from dropping the bass beats, but with this one it's not really a problem. So let's get the satellite speakers up in here and have a look at those. So here are 2 satellite speakers, as you can see, and they also do follow in the same design path as the subwoofer, so they all match in together quite nicely. On the base of them you can see they've got 2 feet, and it's the same on this one here, and you have a long foam section in both of those which give it grip and also help absorb vibration when it's playing music, so nothing gets transferred into the table or anything like that, so it's not noisy. And then you've got your one cable that comes out here, and that goes into a phono jack which then connects into the back of the subwoofer, which I showed you earlier with that extra cable, and they're designed both exactly in the same way, and they are lovely little speakers. These satellite speakers have a power output of 11 watts and the subwoofer has a power output of 13 watts, so even though it may seem quite low, Speedlink speakers do have a way of surprising you with their performance, and I'll go into more details of that in just a moment. Now you may remember quite a while ago I did a review of the Speedlink Vivo speaker system. It was a 2.1 system, much like the Jugger here. However, when I set it up I wasn't really sure what to expect, and the performance of it was absolutely fantastic. Like, I had no idea that you could get that kind of performance out of a 2.1 speaker setup. I was using a 5.1 speaker setup at that time, and I actually replaced it with the Vivo because I was just so, so happy and so taken with it. But the Jugger has outperformed the Vivo, so now the Jugger has taken the place of being the speaker setup that I have in my room. And it's cracking. Like, it's really good. The speakers are quite small, they look good, so when you have them out there you don't want them to be like hidden away and discreet, It's no problem just kind of having them out on display and showing them to people. but it just performs really well. I love the fact that you've got the control system there, which I will show you as well because I forgot to earlier. This is the remote control unit here. As you can see, you've got your volume adjuster just on the side here, and then on the front you've got your headphone port. So you've got your headphone there, your microphone input there, so you can plug your headset into this, so you don't have to worry about plugging everything into the back of your PC. Plug this in, and then that covers you. How clever is that? It's good. That's the cable that you plug in. That comes from the subwoofer, so that kind of sends the signal from here to the speakers and everything. And then this cable is the one that goes to your PC, and that's got the microphone and audio input for this from your computer. So it's very easy to rig up, very easy to set up. If you're not that great with tech and setting speakers up, this is very, very easy. It doesn't get any simpler than this. Okay, you just need to follow the color codings of the left and right speakers and plug things in the only holes where they can go, and then you'll be working, and that will be perfect. And it sounds great. Like, the bass is awesome. The volume of it, you'll be very, very surprised. I know the satellites are only 11 watt and the subwoofer's 13 watt. But my days, you'll be surprised. You really will genuinely be surprised. So if you are looking for a nice affordable speaker setup, 2.1 preference, or even if you are looking for like a 5.1, depending on your reasons for that, if you're going to be watching films and things, I'd definitely consider going for the 2.1. If you're gaming a lot and you want 5.1 for gaming, I'd always recommend a headset, but you know, if you've got your heart set on speakers, then go for it, feel free. But I use my speakers for playing real-time strat games and MOBA games, and they work perfectly fine. Also with first-person shooters, they do work pretty good, but you just have to make sure you get them set up in the right place for that performance. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had an enjoyable insight into the Jugger 2.1 speaker system by Speedlink. Like, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another one. Stay fresh, guys.